Good day, viewers. My name is Tumelo Subutuma for Visible Change TV. We are here in Centurion to interview our sister, Busisiwe Maluleke. You are welcome to our channel. Good day, Sister Bus.
Good day, Tumelo. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good, thanks.
Wonderful. Greet the viewers as well.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to the channel. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Tumelo, for hosting me.
Wonderful. Sister Bus, tell us about yourself.
Okay, so Busi, it's Busisiwe Maluleke. I'm a wife, I'm a mother. I've got 2 kids, and I'm also a director at Automate Service Center. I'm a professional auditor, so I do auditing work on the side, or rather full-time on the side. And yeah, that's basically me.
You are the mother, you are a wife, you are a director, you're a business lady, you're a package. So can you tell us more about the Automate?
Okay, Automate is it's a service center. It's situated in Alexander Township. So what we basically do is we service cars, we repair cars, we do wheel alignments, we sell tires, we sell batteries, we sell car accessories. So with the repairs, we do your engine overhauls, any other repair on your suspension, braking system, and all that.
So you are also a qualified auditor, correct?
Yes, I am.
And now you are doing mechanical stuff.
Yes, you don't need to be a mechanic to have a mechanic business. So yeah.
What inspired you to start Automate business?
Okay, so Automate is initially when I wanted to start a business, I wanted a business that would help me get returns. So as an auditor, I'd understand that part. So I looked at the sectors that actually bring people use a lot. So if you look at most of the sectors would be your food sector, your transport sector. So transport sector is sort of second highest sector where people spend their money. I didn't want to own a taxi because that's another way of actually getting into the transport sector. But I thought that a lot of people always need to move from point A to B, like to go to work or to go shopping or to go out and all that, and they use their cars. So at some point, those cars need to be serviced and they need to be repaired. So I decided to get into this business because I realized that you're always going to have customers, because cars, you buy it new, as soon as you take it out of the garage, it's no longer as new. So you start sort of needing maintenance from there onwards. So yeah.
Do you have any background coming to mechanical stuff, like fixing of cars, like that knowledge of spares and so forth? Because I believe that it's actually known as a man thing, you understand, coming to fixing of cars and the tires, the spare, the suppliers and all those things. So you went in with a full background, or just said, let me see, we'll see when you cross the bridge?
Okay, so my dad never had a son, so he always had girls. And I was sort of the girl that was a boy in the house. So he always told me about cars and made me fall in love with cars. I never really did mechanical work, but I just fell in love with cars. I love cars generally. So yeah, that to me was enough. And also, sometimes you don't need to really fully be a mechanic to be in this business. As long as you understand that if I get a qualified mechanic that can do the work, then I can probably run the finance side. Then the combination will be great. So, yeah.
Why did you choose Alexander?
Well, my model is townships. So it's Alexander would be the first township that I sort of get into. I'm planning to go to most of the townships across. So for me, it was more like townships need a lot of professional businesses, and we don't get a lot of that So I thought we need professional businesses in townships, and Alexander became the first one that I could get into because it's closer to where I stay, and it's also, it's easy for me to sort of try it there and see if it works.
Any challenges that you faced when you started to with Automate in Alexander?
Well, you competing. So when you get to townships, you competing with people that run the business from the backyard.
From the trees.
Yes, yeah. So you're coming in with sort of overheads. They're not that high, but you're coming in and trying to bring this professional business, which is going to be a bit costly for some people. So
Yeah.
to get into that environment and to make people understand that we need professional businesses that are RMI accredited, especially in the motor industry, where as a consumer or as a customer, you'll be able to know where to go if you're not happy with your service. I mean, with the business service. So if somebody's running something at the back, it's not a bad thing. It's a business that works, and for some people that works. And I'm not really undermining those kind of businesses, but for me, it's all about let's bring professionalism.
And I remember they're much cheaper, no?
They are cheaper, but even ourselves, we're not expensive. We are reasonable.
You are reasonable.
Yes.
How are you still? Are you still work as an auditor, or you're now full time on Automate?
I still work as an auditor, so
How do you balance the two?
It's a challenge, I must be honest, but it's doable. So I think I get to put in more hours than most people. So I've got the 8 hours that I've already sold to my employer. Then after that, I need to start focusing on Automate, what needs to be done, the marketing, the strategy, and all that. So because I'm not a mechanic, I'm not really supposed to be there all the time.
Yeah.
But there's means on how to check the people, make sure that they're doing their work, and still go on and live your life.
And it doesn't affect your time being a family woman as well?
Yes, actually, that is the biggest thing to me. I had to leave my previous job as sort of an exec, just
Okay.
to so that I can have more time with my family and spend more time with my kids. So for me, family is everything. So you need to be able, even if you get into business, you need to be able to balance the two. So you still after doing your work, you still have to be that wife that cooks. Then you still have to read your kids bedtime stories, help them with homework. Then after they sleep, then you start your other life as a businesswoman and try to balance everything.
Where do you see Automate in the next few years, maybe, or a few months?
Let me not speak of months. It's still early because of COVID and you know what's happening in the country right now, the economy. But in few years, I'd like to have more Automates in a lot of townships. So remember, Automate is a franchise. So I got a franchise, then I added extra services into it. So I added like a wheel alignment, tires, and the batteries part because of that was not really offered to me.
Okay.
So for me, I just want to have professional workshops all over townships, if possible.
Do you see that when you talk about COVID, coming to COVID, did COVID affected the business?
Yes, it did. So a lot of people are working from home. It means that they park their cars more, they don't travel to work, so you don't get to maintain your cars as much as you used to. So then it means now there's no income for our business. And also people are losing their jobs, so they don't really have money to take care of their cars. They end up driving the cars without servicing it. So they just wait until it breaks down before they can bring it in. Which, yeah.
Being a boss lady, how is it like managing a men's industry, kind of?
I wouldn't call myself a boss lady. I would avoid that altogether. So being a woman in the men's world is not easy because initially I had a workshop manager that I worked with, and I thought I employed a woman for that position, and for me it was like women empowerment and we're going to work together nicely. But I realized that to work with people, it's not about the gender, if you're a man or a woman, it's about the personality at the end of the day. So you end up working with people that you're able to work with, forgetting they are men or women. They respect that they, I can't just walk into the workshop and start screaming at everyone. Those are people's husbands, for example. So yeah, so now the team is purely men. Well, with an exception of the lady that sort of helps with cleaning, but I don't see the gender. I see people that we can work together.
What do you really think it makes Automate unique compared with competitors?
Okay, so Automate, I told you that we just want to bring professionalism into the township. So we're getting in there with the township mindset to say in townships we want things that are affordable, for instance, but still very professional. So that professionalism actually helps us to be better. And being black people that understand the township life, it makes it easy for us to interact with our customers.
So you are telling me that tires at Automate are affordable, are cheaper compared to others?
They are very affordable.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
So, like as it is now, in the next 5 years or 10 years and so forth, do you see yourself having Automate in Venda, in Tanin, and those places?
It's my wish. So if God permits, then it will be there.
And now coming to, let's go back to the auditing part. How was the road to be a qualified auditor?
Okay, so I studied BCom at the university. I specialize more on the internal auditing side, not necessarily external auditing side.
Okay.
Then I got my honors afterwards, and then I wrote my CIA, which is sort of your board exam for qualifying as,
How was
as
it?
a certified internal audit. It was tough. It was 4 parts at the time. So yeah, you had to pass all 4, and part 3 I think I had to repeat a couple of times before I got it right, but eventually I did. And yeah, then I got the CISA certification as well with ISACA, and then I sort of added extra like forensic qualifications just to make myself to be also a forensic auditor, to be an all-rounder. So yeah.
I recently met 2. Doesn't I'm asking about your route to be qualified. I met 2 people. They were from writing an assessment to qualify to write a board exam.
Yes.
And I was like, really, how is it? Why can't you just go and write the board exam? Why do they want to assess you for 8 hours? So how was it for you?
So with CIA, you go and write the exam, the part. So you don't necessarily get an extra assessment. But the exam itself was difficult, I must say. Yeah. Because anyway, it sort of sets you apart because you're not just an auditor, you're sort of certified. So it comes with a lot of work as well.
Have you ever failed in your life when you try to do something?
Yes, I have failed a couple of times. So yeah, failure is part and parcel of growing. So it's just for me, once I fail, it doesn't mean the end of me. I'm still going to be able to get up and try again. I failed this other CRMI qualification, Scott Certified Risk Management something. I failed it, and I never attempted it again, because after failing it I knew this was not for me. The way I failed it, I was so prepared and ready, and thought I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna
kill it.
Yes, but I came out.
But it killed you, no?
Yes. Yeah. So failure is part and parcel of life.
So do you see yourself? Do you still want to push Automate and the auditing part together, running together?
I think they both define me. So yeah, I think I'm not going to be, I might do auditing, maybe consulting in future, not fully full-time, but it's part and parcel of who I am.
There's so many young women out there who are actually, they are good. I can say at school they are good and so forth. But it's always a challenge coming to climbing the corporate ladder and so forth. And you know, our language, always it's money. money this and money that. Coming to you starting a business, you didn't feel such challenges coming as part of the business?
It was. So yeah, money is a challenge. So with me, how I got to get into business and save for it. So I had enough money to go and study MBA. So the aim was, every girl's dream is to eventually, most people who are working in corporate sector, they want to eventually get an MBA. So I wanted an MBA like most people, and at the time when I eventually had money to go and study MBA, I had to sit and think and said, okay, do I now take my money and go and do MBA, or do I take this money and invest it? So for me, it was like, if I go and do an MBA and after my MBA, I die.
Yes.
For instance, I've got kids. Would they then take my MBA degree and go look for a job and be employed? No, they can't, because my name is on that paper. So that degree was for me. So it means that whatever I would have paid, like at the time, I think it was close to 300,000. So that 300,000 will be gone. You get me? So for me, it was like, okay, I cannot leave my qualifications for my kids.
Yes.
But I can leave them a business that even if I die today, tomorrow they can still go and go to Automate and work there and get money out of it, unlike with my qualifications. So yeah, it's important to study, but at some point you need to decide, are you creating a legacy or you want to continue advancing yourself?
Normally people who have, I will say in brackets, who have actually made it in the business industry, when somebody comes from the village or somebody who doesn't have a good background, and when you say, no, I want to do 1, 2, 3, but because of finance, I'm unable to do that, they'll come and say, no, it's an excuse. It's an excuse. Do you also believe that it's an excuse when somebody say, I can't do it because of finance?
Well, I wouldn't say it's an excuse per se. Finances are an issue. So as I said, for me to get into business, I saved, but I was saving for MBA. Eventually, I then used it for business. But then for someone that doesn't even have a job, really, if you don't have a job, it's not necessarily an excuse, but it doesn't mean you must sit and do nothing.
Yes.
So you not having money, you need to then start and saying, but how can I then make money? Maybe I can try and push myself to do people's gardens and try to get some money. So save that money and go to school, because not all of us are going to have a clear life where we all have parents that can take us to school and pay for our fees. Some of us, we don't have that luxury, or some people don't even have a parent or a person at home that works that can help them. So you might have to be the only person that helps yourself. Maybe try and knock in many doors, try to find side hustles, try to sell something. I know to sell something you need to buy it so that you sell it, but you just need to go out there and hustle. Yes, money is an issue, but it's also an issue that's an excuse.
I was going to say, like, before you go to Automate, I do believe you had quite a few business ideas. Apart from Automate is the one that came outlast them. Which one did you try before Automate?
Well, for me, it will sound funny, but I was clear that I want to get into this business, and I got into it. So I didn't try other business before, and a lot of people were saying to me, but why go so big? Because the capital that was required was quite high, and a lot of people were like, but you never owned a business before. I was like, but I've always audited other people's businesses and advised them. So it means I can actually do my own, and it can work. So I never really had other side hustles except I want this one and I'm going to make it work.
So are you saying to us, Automate it was financed by Busisiwe?
Yes, so I obviously had to get loans and savings and try to put money together, but eventually, that's why I'm still working, because I have to pay back those loans.
So, let's go back to Alexander.
Yes.
There's a place somewhere in Pretoria when a person not coming from the area, they challenge those people. They say, no, you're an outsider. Why do you come and do business here while we are here? He didn't face the very same thing coming to Alexander, where they say, who are you? Where are you coming from? Why are you doing business here?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want people to look at Automate and look at Busi, because it's not the same. Automate is Automate, Busi is Busi. So yeah, so Automate is there for to provide a solution to the people of Automate, so to the people of Alexandra. So for me, I try my best not to sort of put the two under one, because it's not one. And again, it doesn't matter. So even if I go to vendor, I'm still a person that is doing business, and the business is not there because of the business is there to fulfill its purpose. It has nothing to do with who owns it.
Do you see yourself partnering in the future?
I'd love, yes, to partner with people in the future and get into a lot of this what you call it, townships. So yeah.
Partnering, I mean, like, do you see yourself partnering with other women? Coming to that.
Yes, I can partner with other women.
So in other words, your doors are open for partnerships.
Yes, they are.
That's wonderful. Any message to young people who might be interested coming to everything? What can you say to them, especially ladies?
Well, you need to remember why you got into it, because it's challenging. So there's always going to be challenges. So your why needs to be very strong. Why am I doing it? If you're doing it because you want to prove that you're a woman that can get into that business, you're not going to survive. And if you're getting into it because you want to make quick money, you're not going to survive. And if you want to do it because you want to prove a point to someone, you're not going to survive. But if you're doing it because you want to bring a solution, for instance, my why is I want to bring that solution to townships, to bring professional businesses that would work. So even if it's taking me long to make money, the real reason why I exist is for this purpose, and that's my why. That's why I'm there. So you need to have a strong why, and it will help you to survive.
Are you still studying?
Now and then I do study, but currently no. But I when I opened, I was studying. So yeah, I was finishing my forensic qualification.
Any business woman who inspired you, like when you look at them, you say, oh, this one, I want to be like this one, or I want to be above this one? Anyone that comes to your mind?
Well, I look up to a lot of women, but Busisiwe is also one of them.
Basi, yeah.
Yeah, she's one of them, and well, internationally, Beyonce. I'm not a singer, I can't sing, but the fact that she's a businesswoman that's really making it work, she's also giving me the strength to say I can do it. And Connie as well, Connie and her late husband, yeah.
Oh, are you reading? Are you a reader?
Yes, but of late mostly my Bible. So, but I read books, even Vastane's book, and yeah. But of late, I think I spend a lot of my time reading my Bible.
Any particular scripture in the Bible that is keeping you moving?
I was doing a whole sort of Bible study, sort of reading and sharing with people on the book of Nehemiah. I'm in love with the Old Testament because I feel you get practical examples of dealing with life, So it taught me a lot about rebuilding, because it was all about rebuilding Jerusalem, but for me it was more about rebuilding my own life, my love life, my life as a mother, my body, get back in shape and a whole lot of things. So you just rebuild.
Now we are in church now. So I think I feel like praying in tongues. Okay. So Are you a Christian or are you a pastor? Oh.
I'm a Christian. I'm not a pastor.
You're a Christian, not a pastor.
I'm a Christian.
The whole house is
Christian. Yes, yeah.
That's wonderful. Sister Busi, I just want to say thank you for taking your time to talking to our viewers, and thank you so much for everything, for inspiring us. And then we look forward to meet with you when we go to open other branches of Automate.
Thanks, Tumelo.
And wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me as well.
Thank you.